Two siblings grow up under the same roof. They share one kitchen, one TV remote, one set of parents, and thousands of memories. They fight, they laugh, they protect each other, and somewhere deep inside they believe this bond will always stay the same. But then marriage happens. Slowly, quietly, without any dramatic conflict, something shifts. They don't hate each other. They don't stop caring. Yet distance appears. Emotional, mental, and sometimes physical. Why does this happen? Is it because the house becomes smaller? Or is it because the mind changes, priority changes, and identity itself evolves? Today, we will explore this question through the lens of psychology. Not blame, not tradition, not emotions, but human behavior, development psychology, and family system theory. The childhood bond. Why siblings feel inseparable. Psychologically, siblings who grow up under one roof develop what is called a shared identity environment. They experience the same parenting style, the same family rules, the same emotional climate, the same social status, and the same cultural expectations. This creates horizontal bonding, a sense of we are on the same level. During childhood, personal boundaries are weak, privacy is limited, individual identity is still forming, and survival depends on the family unit. Because of this, siblings learn adjustment early, sharing space, compromising needs, tolerating interference, and accepting authority. This works well only because everyone is emotionally dependent on the same system. Marriage, the psychological turning point. Marriage is not just a social event, it's a major psychological transition. According to development psychology, marriage marks the shift from family of origin to family of choice. This is critical. Before marriage, I belong to my parents' family. After marriage, I am responsible for the family I create. This shift activates three deep psychological changes. Number one, identity restructuring. A married person no longer functions as only a son or daughter and only a brother or sister. They now become a spouse, a decision maker, and a protector. Psychologically, identity becomes vertical, not horizontal. This means loyalty shifts downwards from spouse to children. Emotional energy reallocates and decision making becomes selective. This is not selfishness, it's biological and psychological necessity. Priority shift is not emotional detachment. Many people misunderstand this phase. They think he changed, she became distant, and marriage ruined the relationship. Psychology says something else. What actually happens is priority hierarchy restructuring. Before marriage, parents, sibling, and self. After marriage, spouse, children, household stability, and extended family. The brain is wired to protect the most vulnerable unit first, which is now the nuclear family. This is why time reduces, emotional availability reduces, patience reduces, and tolerance for interference reduces. Not because love disappears, but because mental load increases. They need privacy, a psychological requirement. Privacy is not a Western concept, it is a psychological regulation mechanism. Marriage introduces emotional intimacy, conflict negotiation, parenting philosophies, and financial decision making. All of these require safe psychological space. Without privacy, stress hormones increase, emotional separation increases. Passive aggression develops and marital dissatisfaction grows. This is why couples naturally seek separate space, independent routines, and decision autonomy, especially when children arrive. Parenting style conflict, the silent divider. One of the strongest reasons siblings separate after marriage is parenting autonomy. Every parent carries their childhood wants, their values, their discipline's philosophy, and their emotional triggers. When multiple adults influence one child, confusion increases, authority weakens, and parental confidence reduces. Psychologically, parents feel threatened when someone corrects their child, someone questions their parenting, and someone interferes emotionally. This creates invisible tension, not open conflict. Distance becomes a defense mechanism. Joint family stress. What psychology observes. Joint families fail not because of people, but because of unmanaged boundaries. Common psychological stresses. Role confusion. Who decides? Power imbalance. Gender expectations. Emotional triangulation. Comparison between spouses. And loyalty conflicts. When boundaries are unclear, small issues feel big. Silence replaces communication, and resentment accumulates. Over time, emotional safety decreases, and resentment accumulates. Over time, emotional safety decreases. Why distance feels like peace? Psychologically, distance reduces cognitive overload, emotional monitoring, conflict anticipation, and suppressed frustration. This is why many people say we didn't fight. We just felt calmer after separating. Distance is not rejection, it is nervous system regulation. Can siblings live together after marriage? Yes, but with some conditions. Psychology does not reject joint families, it redefines how they should function. Condition number one, clear psychological boundaries. No unsolicited advice, no parenting interference, no emotional manipulation, and no loyalty testing. Condition number two, independent decision zones, financial autonomy, parenting autonomy, and daily routine autonomy. Condition number three, respect for privacy, physical space, emotional space, and marital space. Privacy is not secrecy, it is mental safety. Emotional maturity is the real requirement. Joint families succeed only when adults regulate emotions. Ego is controlled, comparison is avoided, and communication is respectful. This requires high emotional intelligence, not sacrifice alone. Sacrifice without boundaries leads to burnout, silent resentment, and explosive conflict. A healthier perspective. Psychology invites us to shift the narrative. Instead of asking, why did they separate? Ask, how can relationships evolve without breaking? Distance does not mean abandonment, it often means preservation of respect. Conclusion. Siblings don't grow apart because love dies. They grow apart because life grows complex. Marriage does not break families. Unmanaged expectations do. If we understand psychological needs, privacy, identity, boundaries, and autonomy, we can maintain connection without suffocation. Because the strongest families are not those who live together, but those who understand each other deeply. If this video helpful for you, please like it and share with your loved ones. Subscribe YouTube Trade Sense channel. Thank you.